in the tree.
Then you sue the tree.
Judge Judy Justice.
Tonight at 6 on Fox 10.
Now, live from Arizona's news leader, Fox 10 News at 5.
A job over before it ever started. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Garrison.
And I'm John Hook. Thanks for joining us. A short time ago, we learned that a convicted killer will not teach at ASU.
This is James Ham. He was supposed to begin teaching 2 classes at the School of Justice Studies next month. But today, school administrators took back the offer. Kim Posey joins us now with a story. She's first on Fox.
Well, John, James Ham has been reassigned to non-teaching duties, and he will be paid his full fee of $6,000 in non-state funds. Earlier today, he told us he was really looking forward to the opportunity of teaching.
And I think I can offer something because of my personal experience about accepting responsibility for our own acts and changing our lives and making a difference in the world.
This morning, James Ham thought he had a part-time job at ASU next semester teaching justice studies.
I think my background qualifies me to do the job better than many other people.
Ham is a convicted murderer who spent 17 years in prison for a drug-related shooting. Since then, he attended ASU's law school. He says he turned his life around and has a lot to offer. So the acting director of the Justice Studies Department hired him.
But the man has been rehabilitated. After all, he got released after getting a bachelor's degree while he was in prison. He went through 3 years of law school here at Arizona State University, graduated from law school.
But administrators took some heat for that, and today decided Ham will not be teaching.
We believe that there was a considerable part of the community, but certainly not all of the community, that were quite offended by this particular appointment.
Students had mixed reactions.
If he, rehabilitated his life, wants to go to school, wants to be a professor, let him. There shouldn't be nothing counted against him.
I look up to my professors and respect them, and I might have a difficult time doing that.
I'm told there are other convicted felons teaching here at ASU. I'm told there is at least one person in the Justice Studies Department. There is no rule against hiring ex-cons here at ASU. Some of the professors are not even required to mark an application. Are you a convict or not? But the administrators just felt more comfortable knowing Ham's past, not having him in the teaching capacity. John?
Now, wait a minute, Kim. You said that other teachers there are other ex-cons teaching at ASU.
That is what I was told by one professor today.
So this is simply a public pressure situation, it would appear tonight.
Absolutely. They said that administrators took several phone calls in the administration building today, and they did not think that this decision was reflective of some of the community's feelings about this person, and so they took action.
Very interesting.
Mixed reactions out here. A lot of the students were really supportive of having him as a teacher.
Right. It sounds like that. Thanks. Kim Posey live tonight.
Well, all of this commotion has ASU rethinking the way it hires its part-time instructors. Right now, the university finds instructors through ads and through direct applications. Academic qualifications and the availability to teach decide who gets the job. In the future, though, ASU plans to use a procedure that's more like the one it uses for hiring its full-time instructors. That means college deans will review hiring decisions before job offers are made.
Another person who talks about turning his life around is Mike Tyson, and he has resumed training in Phoenix. This as he faces a possible return to prison. The former heavyweight champ signed autographs today, but declined to comment on his ongoing legal problems. Tyson pleaded no contest to misdemeanor assault charges in Maryland on Tuesday. He was accused in that case of punching 2 people after getting involved in a traffic altercation. Well, this while the boxer is on probation for a rape conviction in Indiana. Authorities are trying to find out if the assault in Maryland is a probation violation. If so, Tyson could be sent back to prison.
Health experts prepare for a measles battle today at Highland High School in Gilbert. 1,200 students get their booster shots. Marisa Maggio-Harrelson tells us it is the largest immunization clinic the county health department has ever had to prepare for. Marisa.
Well, the measles has hit 6 Valley schools so far. Highland High in Gilbert is the most recent school. Therefore, where there's a measles outbreak at a school, students and staff must roll up their sleeves.
Little stick, little sting, and all done.
Oh, I don't like shots.
Nobody likes shots. The flip side, however,
it's so much better having a shot than running around with measles because
I've heard that it can lead to death.
Forget test anxiety. A few students really worked themselves up.
Big deep breath. Okay, now let it out.
To avoid getting a booster today, students had to show proof of a second measles vaccine.
Yes.
So did teachers and staff.
This is the 4th shot that I've had taken. A lot of teachers are in this situation. We didn't have records of when we were children. Our parents had them or have lost them.
Okay, number 3. Come on. Go right to the center and she'll direct you.
This teacher was holding out in hopes test results from her pregnancy last year covers measles immunization.
Otherwise, I need to get a shot today, and then I'll have to wait 3 months before I can try to get pregnant.
And we're glad that you came today to get your immunization.
If students or teachers don't get vaccinated, they are not permitted to attend school until after January 8th. And that's only if there aren't any more cases at the school reported. For the most part, students didn't mind getting a shot in the arm. They were happy to get out of class for a little while.
It's not really bad at all. It's just a little bit of a pinch, and that's about all.
All right, Marisa Baggio, thanks very much. It is important for anyone to know the symptoms of the measles, especially if you have children. Keep in mind, symptoms can appear from 7 to 18 days after you're exposed. They include fever, runny nose, cough, sore throat, and watery eyes. And then 3 to 4 days after that, start watching out for a blotchy rash.
Talk about a horrible shock for volunteers and paramedics who helped victims of a bus crash in Seattle. It turns out they may have been exposed to the AIDS virus. That city bus plunged 50 feet off a bridge after a passenger shot the bus driver in the arm. This happened last Friday. And now the health department is warning volunteers who helped treat some of the injured that one of the victims on board is HIV positive. Making matters worse, paramedics say that victim was bleeding profusely. They're urging everyone who was on the scene to get tested.
Repair crews in Utah are put to the test after a natural gas pipeline explodes. It happened this morning in Utah, north of the town of Moab. A dark mushroom-shaped cloud of smoke billowed up into the desert sky there. Thankfully, no one was hurt. About 40 feet of the state highway was damaged by fire. The gas was shut off while crews repaired the line.
A promise from the president of the Philippines to personally raise money for an orphanage destroyed by fire. That blaze killed at least 28 people. 23 were children. Investigators blame faulty electrical wiring for destroying the 2-story building and 2 cottages overnight. Rescuers say they couldn't get inside because bars were on the windows and the main gate was padlocked.
To Boston now for another fire. While this one didn't kill or injure anyone, more than 200 firefighters were called in to fight the massive 9-alarmer. The flames swept through the 7-story vacant building early this morning. This building's undergoing renovation, and crews feared that it would collapse, so they evacuated everyone in the area.
There's disturbing new information about the death of a 6-year-old Florida girl at the hands of her father. Court papers show that little Kayla McKean was abused by her father long before her tragic death. Child Protective Services should have removed the girl from the home, but didn't. And what's more, they didn't talk to a doctor who said Kayla's life was in imminent danger.
Back here in the Valley, a man is going to prison for over a decade for killing his own grandmother. Daniel Norris will spend 13 years behind bars for suffocating his grandmother with a pillow. The 28-year-old said he did it because his grandmother was verbally abusive and said he just couldn't take it anymore.
The House Judiciary Committee can't seem to make up its mind. Just 2 days after it voted to look into President Clinton's campaign fundraising, the committee says, forget it. Chairman Henry Hyde says 4 secret memos failed to show that the president did anything wrong. Now, the committee will now turn its attention to considering articles of impeachment, mainly involving Lewinsky and that matter. This is not something you see in the Valley very often. Dense fog.
Absolutely, but drivers had no choice but to deal with it early this morning. The fog warnings were posted in Maricopa, Pinal, and Gila counties.
Dave Muncie joins us now with the reason behind why it got so murky out there. Dave.
Well, John and Robin, last night at 10 o'clock, we had clear skies and 93% humidity. Well, something had to happen, and clouds started to form. Let's take a look at it here. Those clouds are stratus clouds, and they formed at the surface. They're made up of cold air and water droplets. Not much precipitation occurs in these, but it can occur, and we did have some light drizzle out of it last night. Also, if it gets cold enough, that can turn to ice crystallization. So you can see here, the warnings were out, the advisories were on for fog through the day because of all of that moisture available at the surface and the cool air that was rolling into the valley. Now, John and Robin, tonight, We may be looking at another batch of fog out there, but we don't have as much moisture around, so it's not going to be as thick. We'll update you on that, and temperatures in the 50s just a couple of days away.
And don't turn the headlights on full blast, right, Dave?
No, good idea not to do that because it blocks it out. In fact, some of the stuff you saw in that video wasn't as bad as you saw because the sun was coming up behind it.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Dave, thanks. But it wasn't bad weather. An alarm, though, that stopped the Space Shuttle Endeavour from lifting off this morning. NASA scrubbed the mission this morning when the alarm went off. It indicated low pressure in a steering system. Technicians eventually decided that the alarm wasn't a big deal, but the launch window by then had closed. NASA will try again tomorrow, but the weather at that point isn't looking very promising.
There's a warning tonight for all airlines that fly Boeing 747 jumbo jets. Today, the FAA ordered those airlines to keep fuel in those center tanks on the 747s. Investigators have learned that a piece of the tank's fuel pump could throw off sparks when that tank is dry. This, of course, stems from the investigation in the crash of flight TWA 800. This order affects all U.S. registered 747s. That amounts to 246 jets.
You're watching Fox 10 News with John Hook, Robin Garrison, Dave Muncie's weather, and Jude LaCava sports. Now, coming up on Fox 10 News.
Well, the afternoon rush hour is moving along quite nicely on I-17, but that is going to change in a big way tonight.
And do you want to change the way you do your holiday shopping? Find out how you might be able to do it stress-free.
You're not going to believe who showed up at the NBA owners and players meetings hoping to settle this lockout. We'll have it for you in sports.
And this is the season for giving.
But you won't believe what the community is giving this little boy. It's a Christmas he'll never forget. Keep it right here.
Fox Thursday, an all-new special with the most dangerous and bizarre pursuits you'll ever see. Police track a 12-year-old driver at 120 miles per hour.
Oh, look out!
A high-speed run with a nude woman behind the wheel.
She's naked as a diaper.
And more all-new heart-pounding moments. Scariest chases and crashes 3.
Tonight at 7 on Fox 10.
Kathleen, you gotta hop on.
Oh, this is cool. I've heard of electric cars, but this is an electric bike.
And it's amazing how well it works.
I want to try it.
Well, tomorrow you can, and everybody else will tell you where you can try riding one of these.
Plus, we all know that Mary Chapin Carpenter is a great singer. We'll tell you about another one of her talents.
Tomorrow on Fox 10 Arizona Morning, 7 to 9 a.m.
Just you watch.
It takes two to tango on the next Donnie and Marie with TV action hero Lorenzo Lamas.
I've been a fan for years and years, ever since we were all the same age.
Hey, I'm younger than the two of you.
Not by much. Meet his Playboy Bunny bride and new baby. Plus, Grammy winner Peebo Bryson performs. And the wacky things wild animals eat.
Donnie, I dare you.
On the next Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie, tomorrow at 3 on Fox 10. Next, Rosie, Sandra Bullock's got psychic connections.
It was a little spooky.
Don't tell anyone that! Welcome to our craft corner! This will ward off evil spirits!
Christine Baranski made the wrong connection.
If you're a celebrity, walking out of the men's room is also a problem.
And Cheryl Crow unplugged her connection.
I heard some horrible news about you.
What?
You threw your television out the window at the
Next, Rosie. Tomorrow at 4 on Fox 10.
Macy's Great Gift Weekend Sale. Find the perfect gift for everyone on your list at incredible holiday savings. Great things for the kids, exquisite fine jewelry, something she'll want to live in every day. And so much more. Macy's has everything you need now, so you can get back to enjoying the holidays the way you've always imagined it. The Great Gift Weekend Sale, now through Sunday only at Macy's.
Are you looking to restore your faith in mankind and miracles? Well, here is a story for you. This is about a 6-year-old boy in Mexico and a group of people right here in the valley. Linda Williams tells how the two are connected forever through the gift of sight. Linda?
Well, when you unwrap your gifts this holiday season, I want you to think of one little boy who lives in Mexico. His family will have very little money this year and very few presents, but they feel like the luckiest family in the world.
He has never seen Santa Claus.
Yay,
But this Christmas is different for Oscar Calvario. This year, he can see. Oscar's mom, Lupita, says it was a joy to watch her son, who's been blind since birth, gain his sight. Surgeons removed blinding cataracts from Oscar's right eye 6 weeks ago. Today, it was outpatient surgery for the left eye. But how does a boy from a poor family in Rocky Point find himself at Good Samaritan Hospital under a specialist care? While fishing in Rocky Point last spring, Ricardo Mato of Phoenix met Oscar's family and learned of the child's blindness. Mato left the Calvarios telling them to pray for a miracle. He then came home to Phoenix and started looking for miracle workers.
There's got to be something we can do for this little boy.
He found those workers right at his own job with the City of Scottsdale Equipment Services Department. Fellow co-workers pitched in, surgeons and doctors and lens companies donated time and supplies. And today, Oscar's surgeon says the boy's first eye has healed to 20/30 sight.
To me, it's a real miracle that he is seeing as well as he's doing.
Today's surgery for Oscar was successful. Monday, he heads back to Rocky Point, never forgetting the people who gave him an incredible gift.
I was just overwhelmed, you know, and at the same time, I was thanking God for listening to our hearts.
Thank you. I love you.
He's cute. He says he wants to learn English. Now, Dr. William Marsh arranged for all of these surgeries. He handled the immigration paperwork, and he welcomed the Calvarios into his home during the surgery. The list of people who helped goes on, John and Robin, and I hope all of these people feel warm tonight because they've given Oscar the world, literally.
Oh, they sure have.
What a great story.
Yeah, that's great.
Linda, thank you.
Thanks, Linda.
Awesome.
We should stop right there, but we continue on. Here's something to think about the next time you take in a hockey game.
You could be getting a little more than you bargained for. A new Harvard study claims exhaust fumes from some Zamboni machines might be making you sick. If machines aren't kept in tip-top shape, they could be putting out nitrogen dioxide. It's a dangerous gas, and it can lead to respiratory problems. But there's good news here. Most ice rinks are constantly monitoring their air quality.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Is the forecast a little foggy again? Dave Muncie's going to clear it up for you.
And Terry McSweeney is jumping over today's Fox Extreme.
But I'm not the only one. I mean, take a look at this. This is not special effects. This is the dog jumping up and down, and you can find out why and where and some other stuff too in about 20 minutes on Fox Extreme.
And the Piano Man, they take the final bow. Catch the story in Famous on Fox.
Okay, Marines, you need to get yourselves ready for toy collection. Line up, look sharp, and move out. Yes, First Sergeant!
Join Fox 10 and the U.S. Marine Corps for Toys for Tots.
When you shop at Fiesta Mall, starting November 27th,
drop off a new unwrapped toy in Santa's Workshop here in the center court area.
Then watch the Toys for Tots tote board on Fox 10 Arizona Morning.
Our goal is 80,000 toys.
And all toys will be distributed to needy children in Arizona.
So help make some kids' holiday wishes come true.
Toys for Tots!
This weekend on ER, everything's out of control.
What do we have?
I can't feel a pulse.
She's out.
Oh, my God.
Everyone's a little crazy.
What's wrong, Dad? Oh, my God. What's going on?
Deb, wait! You are going to infect every person you come in contact with.
And all eyes
Do I know you from someplace?
are on Dr. Green.
What qualifies you to manage high-risk OB in an ER?
I was wrong.
ER.
Saturday at 9 on Fox 10.
Blockbuster has so many 5-evening new releases. Ooh. Ooh. Sometimes it's hard to choose one. Luckily, now at Blockbuster, when you rent one 5-evening new release, you get a second one free. Ooh. Just look for the blue sticker. Now you can get both movies you want. Ooh. Rent one, get one free, and go home happy.
Are you looking for a new home? Or maybe you'd like information on home-related products? Then join me, Diane Hunter, for The Home Hunter, Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock here on Fox 10. We'll preview outstanding homes for sale, and I'll be interviewing interesting experts on a variety of home-related topics. You'll also find out why Realty Executive is #1 in new home sales, as well as resale homes in all parts of our Valley of the Sun. All of this and more on The Home Hunter, Saturday at 11 o'clock here on Fox 10.
And An all-new special, Scariest Chases and Crashes 3, Fox Thursday.
Famous on Fox today, the Piano Man says he may not be tickling the ivories much longer.
A blow to Billy Joel fans. The singer says he may be calling it quits for good. Joel tells the Boston Globe that he might be retiring because of health problems. He's had to cancel several concert dates this year. The Grammy award-winning singer plans to wrap up his concert tour before his 50th birthday in May.
And rap star Coolio tours a store in Germany that he's accused of stealing from. Today, a judge slapped Coolio with a $30,000 fine and put him on probation. The Grammy award-winning artist and 6 band members were found guilty of stealing $1,000 worth of clothes. The rapper says they were signing autographs and were promised the outfits.
Supermodel Naomi Campbell teaming up with the Red Cross in New York today to raise money for victims of Hurricane Mitch. Campbell holds a fundraiser at the Fashion Cafe. It's the restaurant in which she is part owner.
It's time for Fox 10 weather with Dave Muncy.
It's a little foggy out there today, and as we've already mentioned, just some stratus clouds that found their way to the ground. All of the conditions were perfect for that. Had a lot of moisture out there and the cooler air filtering through. You can see the low pressure system right in this area right now as it moves into New Mexico. But this is what's going to be happening over the next couple of days here. You can see those big changes working their way through. 8 to 15 degrees cooler by late Friday into Saturday. We're going to see temperature highs in the mid-50s Saturday, Sunday, Monday, upper 50s by Tuesday. So big changes coming through as you head out for the weekend. Big changes across the mountains too, so watch out for that and keep informed. Cave Creek 60 degrees, Goodyear 64, 70 at Gila Bend, 63 in Casa Grande at this hour, 63 degrees our high here today, 47 the morning low, 69 and 44 where we should be at this time of year, and record high 81, record low 30 degrees. As we look at it right now, 62 degrees, the humidity 58%, the dew point temperature 47 degrees. No wind at this hour, 2998. It is a rising barometer. Big happenings once again. Look at that double barrel low pressure system as it pushes through the west. 1 52/200 of an inch of rain. Porterville, California. Look at the storm total, 23 inches. Brookings, Oregon, 17 and 99 at Astoria. And warnings for winter storms across the mountains of California and Oregon. I guess you would expect that with nearly 1.5 to 2 feet of snow in some areas. Look at all the fog out there. We had the warnings down here and in California. Reduced visibility 1/4 of a mile, 1/4 of a mile and less with this morning fog. And as we get a look at it here, you can see the activity continuing to come in. That's that warm flow, and it's helping to keep things very nice in the east. They'll be looking at more record temperatures there. Here's the high pressure and the winding around that, bringing that moist flow in. More activity off of the low that passed through here. This is going to get severe, probably within the next few hours. Here's your highs on the day today, and you can see as that cool air trails behind why we're expecting some severe weather out of that. Temperature lows tonight, 20s in the mountains. We'll see some 30s and 40s across the deserts. Little chance of fog tonight, low of 47 degrees. Mostly clear, however. Then for tomorrow, increasing clouds late in the day, 68 degrees for a high, but look at these changes. Early Saturday, chance of rain, 56 degrees, 55 Sunday, Monday, my goodness, that looks like a low at 53 degrees. So we've got some cool air filtering in here, some cold air filtering in here.
I got to find out where I put my coat.
Could bring some snow to the mountains, though, and the skiers are going to love that.
Oh, that's good.
Won't hurt.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
Coming up on Fox 10 News.
The Coyotes hope to score with a new home, but the neighbors around Los Arcos Mall in Scottsdale are trying to block the shot. Find out why. Coming up.
And if you would rather not be one of these shoppers, stick around. We're going to show you how to take the stress out of shopping.
And here's something to think about. Is it possible making chocolate can help you make whoopee? Keep it here.
Next, Rosie, Sandra Bullock's got psychic connections.
It was a little spooky. Don't tell anyone that! Welcome to our craft corner! This will ward off evil spirits.
Christine Baranski made the wrong connection.
If you're a celebrity, walking out of the men's room is also a problem.
And Cheryl Crow unplugged her connection.
I heard some horrible news about you.
What?
You threw your television out the window.
Next, Rosie.
Tomorrow at 4 on Fox 10.
Fox Thursday. An all-new special with the most dangerous and bizarre pursuits you'll ever see. Police track a 12-year-old driver at 120 miles per hour.
Oh, look out!
A high-speed run with a nude woman behind the wheel.
He's naked in the diaper.
And more all-new heart-pounding moments. Scariest Chases and Crashes 3.
Tonight at 7 on Fox 10.
Hey, is that electric bike?
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll tell everybody where you can ride one.
Plus, Mary Chapin Carpenter talks about her new book.
On Fox 10 Arizona Morning.
Just you watch.
Please, open! It's me, Skippy, from Fox 10's Arizona Morning. The holidays are coming, and I sort of need some extra cash. Can you help me? I know all about you. Like how many football fields it takes to cover them all. Pick me. I'll be a good little boy.
Think you know everything about the Arizona Mills Mall? Starting December 7th, watch Fox 10 Arizona Morning and you can win Arizona Mills Mall money.
GMC Safari is making it big with a low monthly payment. Right now, lease a new $19.99 GMC Safari for only $2.99 a month. And it's loaded with all these standard features. 190 horsepower engine, CD sound system, and room for 8. So make it big in your new $19.99 GMC Safari when you lease for only $2.99 a month. GMC Safari, it's a step above other minivans. See your GMC dealer today.
Judge Judy, 6 on Fox 10.
You're watching Fox 10 News at 5.
They've got a full-on gas war going on in New Jersey. Incredible, a serious gas war breaking out between 2 service stations in Millstone, New Jersey. And look at the line of cars. At last report, one station was charging 63 cents a gallon. These prices are the lowest in 15 years. There's no shortage of customers taking advantage.
It's almost worth driving to New Jersey to get gas. All right, Christmas is just 3 weeks away. Are you starting to feel the pressure yet? You have gifts to buy, shopping malls to invade, parking spaces to find, then you have to wrap it all. It gets to be a bit much. Well, help has arrived. We turn to a professional shopper to discover how to do it all without the stress.
Okay. What I want to do is get something for my sister, but I'm not sure what.
The season of indecision, and oh, what if they don't like it?
Oh, this is very cute. She lives in Michigan, so turtlenecks.
Turtlenecks would be good.
Blair Wright is a professional shopper hiring herself out to do those things that busy people just don't have time to do. Her client is Jack Edwards, who says having Blair do the work cuts his stress.
I have so much more free time and can do some of the things that I really want to do and find myself actually writing Christmas cards and enjoying it. Now, are you keeping track of all the expense?
Yeah. Most of us don't have personal shoppers, but Blair is willing to share her secrets of shopping, especially Christmas shopping, without all of the stress.
I really suggest that you make a list before you start of who you want to shop for, how much you want to spend for that person, their sizes.
That'll save you time and cut down on impulse buying.
Wear comfortable clothes. I live in jeans and tennis shoes.
Try to limit the number of stores you have to visit.
I'd say a place like Target or Kmart or any of these one-stop places, you can probably get almost everything you want there. Eat before you go. Try to remain calm. Keep smiling. Remember, this is supposed to be a fun time of year. This is supposed to be happy seasons.
They don't look happy in the stores, do they? Blair tells us also, remember, this is going to take a little more time than you think it will, and know that going in so that it won't be quite so stressful.
Thank you. The Fox Files tomorrow. Yes, I do. I shop. One way to avoid the malls altogether.
You place the order, you forget about it, and the next couple of days or a week later it shows up. So it's a fabulous way of shopping.
These days, there isn't much you can't find on the web, and that includes everything you need for the best holiday gift giving. Some of the best shortcuts tomorrow on Fox 10 News at 5.
Next on Fox 10 News.
A Valley group wants to shut out the Coyotes' new arena. Will tonight's meeting ice over the hockey team's future goal?
And a box of chocolates equals a night of great sex, does it? Men and women with very different views on this give and take.
Rick Krebs in Sky Fox. It's looking good right now, but I'll tell you what, the freeway's going to be closed this evening. We'll have the update for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Hi, everybody. How about that morning fog? And boy, I'll tell you, we've got some major changes in our weather. Don't miss my forecast coming up in the next half hour.
It takes two to tango on the next Donnie and Marie with TV action hero Lorenzo Lamas.
I've been a fan for years and years, ever since we were all the same age.
Hey, I'm younger than the two of you.
Not by much. Meet his Playboy Bunny bride and new baby. Plus, Grammy winner Peebo Bryson performed. And the wacky things wild animals eat.
Donnie, I dare you.
On the next Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie, tomorrow at 3 on Fox 10.
Some days it doesn't pay to go into work. On the next Real TV, the clerk in the convenience store thinks his regular customer's acting a little strange. That's when he pulls out a foot-long machete and demands cash. That's just the beginning. Then, not clueless, ropeless. This is the last place you want to run out. It's 250 feet straight up. Plus, now you see it. No, you don't. That's a 50-pound grouper having a squid for supper. Bon appetit on Real TV.
Real TV, tonight at 6:30 on Fox 10.
Next, Rosie, Sandra Bullock's got psychic connections. It was a little spooky.
Don't tell anyone that! Welcome to our craft corner! This will ward off evil spirits!
Christine Baranski made the wrong connection.
If you're a celebrity, walking out of the men's room is also a problem.
And Cheryl Crow unplugged her connection.
I heard some horrible news about you.
What?
You threw your television out the window.
Next, Rosie.
Tomorrow at 4 on Fox 10.
Shopping during the holidays can be really expensive. You buy something for Dad? Something for Sis? Well, when are you going to do something for yourself? Well, during the Chevy Make Your Money Count year-end event. Treat yourself to the Chevy of your dreams with low 1.9% APR financing or big cash back on a huge selection of Chevrolet vehicles. So do something for yourself this year. Your Chevy dealers Make Your Money Count year-end event.
Make your money count at your local Chevy dealer today.
You're watching Fox 10 News
I feel
at
like
5.
they're invading on our privacy. I really do.
Here is Adam Scar!
Valley neighbors face off with the Valley sports team. Homeowners want to freeze the Coyotes out of their neighborhood. The Coyotes have another game plan. How far will the opposition go to fight this new hockey arena?
Well, a group in South Scottsdale says they're going to fight it to the bitter end.
Shot deflected, score! And then fire, score! Adam Scar!
2 teams, 2 goals, and only 1 place to play. The Coyotes' game plan, a new arena. The game plan of their would-be neighbors, a shutout in Scottsdale. Which team will emerge the victor in this round? Steve Kraft joins us now with a preview. Steve.
I'm in the parking lot of Los Arcos Mall. This could become the new home of the Phoenix Coyotes. The meeting tonight will be at 6:30 at the Boys and Girls Club in El Dorado Park at Oak and Miller Roads, not too far from here in Scottsdale. The bottom line is some people who live just within a couple blocks of here say that a residential area is the wrong place for a 20,000-seat arena.
Here's Barron controlling, cut shot, he scores! Shot deflected, score!
They love the Coyotes. I mean, who doesn't, especially right now? They're winning. But they don't want them playing right next door. That's what neighbors have to say about the proposed arena. It's just too close by.
That's where the arena's going to go. Right in that spot. The street of Bellevue just disappears.
Now, how big is this arena going to be? How high?
It's, well, you see the Broadway, the old Broadway building there, and you see that mechanical housing up on top
of the department store?
It's going to be 10 feet taller than that.
Too big, too much noise, pollution, too many people, and too much traffic on already crowded streets.
The traffic is becoming very heavy on McDowell as it is. And with the new arena, there's going to be double traffic.
What would be right over there?
Right behind that row of houses is going to be a 5-story garage, parking garage that's going to hold, like 14,000 cars.
But the developer, the Elman Companies, responds with good planning, the project can work. The developer adds that there are other large stadia in residential areas that are successful. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, and also the new home of the San Jose Sharks in suburban San Francisco area, he says is also in a residential area and is doing quite well. John, I should add also that there are some people who have signed on in favor of this. There are some homeowners who have agreed to sell their homes to be leveled in favor of the construction of this stadium.
Steve, I guess so on the nights when you didn't have hockey, it could conceivably be even quieter than it is now as a mall.
Well, the opponents are saying, in reality, this place would be full many, many nights of the year, maybe as many as 200 nights of the year in order to make it pay for itself. Much as America West Arena is very busy in downtown Phoenix, they think this place would be a hub of activity, and they don't like that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Steve.
A New Mexico gun shop is searched by federal agents. The shop's owner, an apparent suspect in several wolf killings. The shop is in Reserve, New Mexico, near the Arizona state line. The owner denies killing any wolves. 5 wolves have been shot to death since 11 of them were released into the wild last spring.
The Avondale mother accused of abusing her newborn quads is back in court tomorrow. This is video of Elizabeth Whittle from her last court appearance back in October. Tomorrow, she and her lawyer will meet with a judge and a prosecutor. Whittle pled not guilty in this case for allegedly abusing her baby quads, but she could change her plea in court tomorrow.
The search for a missing Tempe woman will not end tomorrow after all. Police tell us they're going to keep digging for Cookie Jacobson's body into next week. Originally, crews thought they'd stop looking tomorrow, the 5th week of the search, but they may move the dig to an adjacent area in the Butterfield landfill. They think they're in the right spot. Police say even if they don't find Jacobson's body, they want prosecutors to charge her teenage children with the woman's murder.
State emissions tests facing a complicated road in the Arizona legislature. Today, the Governor Hull rejected the Democrats' suggestion of extending the testing program for only 60 days. That program will expire January 1 unless lawmakers pass emergency legislation to keep it alive in Maricopa and Pima counties. Democrats want the short extension so they can review testing fees. Governor Hull says the test continuation will go up for debate in the next session.
More trouble for drivers tonight as the state closes part of I-17 again for construction. Rick Krabs is over the freeway where it's going to close down at 9 o'clock tonight. Rick?
Well, Robin, the good news is this is in the final stages of the development here at the Northern Bridge, the new bridge on I-17. Traffic is moving along in pretty good shape right now. If you take a look at the video we shot, you can see that right now traffic moving along in good shape, as we said, both north and southbound. Now, last night, northbound was closed so that they could move the lanes over and also move the guardrails over so they can begin to work on that southbound or the outside portion of it. Now today they're going to do the same thing to the southbound portion. Here's a live shot outside right now taking a look at that freeway and the Northern Bridge. You can see where they've moved the lanes over and they've installed that barricade on the outside portion of the lanes. They're going to do that same thing to the southbound lanes tonight. So it's going to be closed from Dunlap southbound. You'll be able to get back on at Glendale southbound. So they're going to have to reroute everything down through that area. So right now, things are moving along pretty good. Typical 5 o'clock traffic heading outbound. But remember, 9 o'clock tonight until 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. And again, one other thing, Bethany Home on this weekend, they're going to close I-17 again.
Bottom line, Rick, stay away from it.
Stay away from it and just be prepared. It's going to take some time.
All right, thanks, Rick.
That famous ice cream duo, Ben and Jerry, they're in the Valley to honor some small up-and-coming businesses. Hundreds gathered in Phoenix at the U.S. West Awards luncheon to recognize 10 promising small businesses with great futures. And this year's keynote speakers, Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield. They were an inspiration to these aspiring business owners. Listen as they talk about their marketing strategies.
With these 2 pudgy white hands coming out from behind the sign, squeezing this pint of Ben & Jerry's, saying, "Don't let Pillsbury's dollars strangle Ben & Jerry's."
The dynamic duo turned a $12,000 investment into a multi-million-dollar ice cream corporation.
In the freezer every night, right?
It is good, isn't it?
Man.
Terry McSweeney has a marketing strategy all his own.
It's called Fox Extreme, and coming up, he springs right into it with a doggone good story.
And smokers, there's a new drug that could help you quit the habit. We'll have the story today in RX Fox.
And in sports, the Diamondbacks aren't done spending. It looks like they may sign another free agent. And look who showed up at the NBA negotiating sessions. MJ, hoping to save the day and the season. That's in sports.
Arizona's turning it up a notch. It's our Fox 10, so just you watch. Fox 10's bringing the shows to you. Just you watch. Fox 10 is informing you. Just you watch. Fox 10's got style and the fun. Just you watch Fox 10, 'cause you know they're just what.
Okay, Marines, you need to get yourselves ready for toy collection. Line up, look sharp, and move out. Yes, First Sergeant!
Join Fox 10 and the U.S. Marine Corps for Toys for Tots.
When you shop at the Arizona Mills Mall starting November 27th.
Simply drop off a new unwrapped toy to any of the information booths.
Then watch the Toys for Tots tote board on Fox 10 Arizona Morning.
Our goal is 80,000 toys.
All the toys are distributed to needy children throughout Arizona.
Help make a kid's holiday wishes come true.
Toys for Tots! An all-new special, Scariest Chases and Crashes 3, Fox Thursday.
It's National Ford Truck season, and things are getting a little crazy.
If I had the money, I'd tell you what I'd do.
My 99 Ranger Super Cab is the only pickup its size with 4 doors. But check out this truck season deal. I had a choice of 1.9 financing or 1,000 cash back on any Ranger. The 1.9 saved me $56 a month in interest. $56. Yeah, I'm crazy about my Ford truck.
Come on and get crazy about the best-selling, best-built trucks during National Ford Truck Season.
So cute, so playful. All he needs is you and...
Kibbles and Bits puppy! I'm gonna get me some Kibbles and Bits puppy.
Kibbles and Bits Puppy has the taste preferred over Puppy Chow.
We're gonna get some Kibbles and Bits puppy!
Scramble into Pep Boys for 40,000-mile light truck, van, or SUV tires. Any size, any 4, only $199.
Pep Boys. Cars like us. People love us.
You're watching Fox 10 News, named Arizona's best by the Associated Press.
If you're sweet on sweets,
Then will you be extra sweet to your sweetie? It depends who you ask. Now, here's the deal. A recent survey shows that men and women view chocolate and its effect on sex differently. In fact, 29% of men say if they give chocolate, sex is guaranteed. Very different numbers from the ladies. Only 8% of women agree that sex is a sure thing after a chocolate gift. And perhaps more realistic, men. 71% say they don't expect it after giving a gift of chocolate. Now, I suspect that 8% of women, even if you gave a pet rock, you might have 8% of women who might partake. It's just a guess.
like I'm going to even get into this? I don't think so.
Very wise. Discretion.
The time has come for Fox Extreme, like it isn't already extreme. Anyway.
Turning red, Robin. You're blushing.
Embarrassing me. We have it on good authority tonight that today's Extreme lives up to its name. We have an armed robbery caught on tape where the good guys actually win.
And we also have a dog who thinks she's a cat and another dog who thinks he's a frog. It's a nightmare. Joining us now, a man who is neither dog nor frog nor cat, but he is extreme. Terry McSweeney. Terrence.
I think you might have taught me with the chocolate thing. We start with the story of a gun-toting geek who got the drop on a driver, but ended up being bagged and dining on diesel. I can explain this much better with a video. Roll it, please. To Minneapolis we go, where a busload of passengers cruising through the night. Unaware, danger lurks at the next bus stop. The driver opens the door to take in a fare, and look!
Oh, man.
A guy with a rifle. The gunman possibly drunk as a skunk, probably dumb as a doornail, definitely guilty, as all get out, demanding the money from the driver's box. Passengers duck for cover, some of them children. Something has to give. What's it going to be? How's it going to end?
Hit the gas.
The driver simply closes the door on the dummy.
Good.
Leaving him choking on fumes. No one injured, no damage done, except to some people's nerves, I would think. Now take a good look at this next picture. Anything wrong with this picture? It's a video of a kitten nursing. It's kind of cute. You know what's extreme about this? A dog is nursing a cat.
That is so cute.
Dog nurses cat. Tell your neighbors where you saw it. Right here on Fox Extreme. A family took in a stray kitten a couple of weeks ago. The family dog adopted the kitty. This 2-year-old schnauzer named World's Fame has never had puppies, but still her milk came in.
Oh, you're
unbelievable.
kidding.
Extreme. The family vet says,
extreme.
yeah, family vet says so, but don't bother telling that schnauzer because he and the kitten are too busy bonding. You think that dog was extreme? Take a look at this one in Sacramento, California. This is Sid. Sid the jumping dog. Sid can jump up to 6 feet high. When makes him jump? Bicyclists, mailmen, it doesn't matter. He likes to jump.
Wow, that's great vertical, Terry.
Sometimes
Look
he
at that.
jumps for joy. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe he's hopping mad, but that would make Sid vicious.
Oh, Terry.
And Sid, old rock and roll joke. Anyway, his owner thought this was a pooch with a problem, but apparently not. Sid is what's known as a standard poodle, not known for their jumping ability. They're originally duck dogs, but obviously Sid's not ducking.
Oh,
Old
Terry.
joke dog. The only thing he retrieves is the air he gets during one of his jumps. Look at this. Going for the ball. Form gets a 4 by unanimous vote. I think it is safe to say, Sid is extreme.
If it just does that on his own.
Yeah, there is
not
no
telling him to jump.
rhyme or reason. If he sees something or if he doesn't see something, he just likes to jump. And he can get 6 feet up in the air.
Well, you might as well jump. Another rock and roll
Mr.
joke.
Van Halen, thank you very much. More
Great,
tomorrow.
Terry. That was great stuff.
All right.
Nice work.
Coming up on Fox 10 News.
It was a little bit soupy out there this morning. Will the visibility be any clearer tomorrow? Dave Muncie's up next with the forecast.
And move over holy water. This wine has the Pope's seal of approval.
She left her car at her brother's house and it disappeared.
Gone. It's probably smashed into a box about a cube, about that small.
What does that have to do with anything? You didn't entrust to throw him in the tree and just let him hang there? I mean, I had to give him. Then you sue the tree.
Judge Judy Justice.
Judge Judy, tonight at 6 on Fox 10.
Now you see it, now you don't. That's a 50-ton grouper having a squid for supper. Bon appetit on the next Real TV.
Tonight at 6:30 on Fox 10.
Where are the top property values in the valley? Are your mutual funds taxing your bottom line? What's it like to race across 2 continents?
Be sure to pick up this Sunday's edition of the Arizona Republic. Because the answers may surprise you.
This is big.
There's never been an offer like this before.
GMC's biggest cash back of the year. For a limited time only, get $1,000 cash back on a half-ton 1998 GMC Sierra. That's $1,000 cash back. Get the strength, power, and style you can only get from GMC, regular or extended cab half-ton Sierra. Plus, get $1,000 cash back. That's huge. But these savings won't last long, so don't wait. See your Arizona GMC dealer today.
What if I want to be a superhero and rid the world of all evil? What if I want to play hide and seek with my own draft? What if I want to build a machine and travel through time?
Whatever your kids dream of for tomorrow, isn't it nice to know there's a healthcare organization planning for anything they can imagine?
What if I want to plant a tree on Mars?
What if you didn't have to worry about healthcare? Blue Cross, Blue Shield.
A toast to the Pope, literally. Now you can drink the Holy Father. Drink to the Holy Father with his wine. Yes, this is wine served at the Vatican. It's even called the Pope's wine. It comes in red and white. Makers say it's blessed by the Pope, but don't pray for a bargain. Each bottle runs about $8.
It's time for Fox 10 Weather with Dave Muncie.
Well, here's a little gift for you. You couldn't see the sunrise because the fog was out there, so we're going to show you the sunset. Isn't that pretty? Boy, some nice colors off of that. That's real nice. Save that. That'll be our new news open right there. That's beautiful stuff. Well, you can see a little moisture coming in through Texas. They had some thunderstorm activity right about in this area right in here. Also, the Northwest getting it once again. Those are the two main areas of activity that we see out there. Let's take a little visit here to the temperatures across the west at this time. Lake Tahoe at 28 degrees, 64 in Vegas, 37 in Jackson. Now we're going to take a little visit down into the storm here. You can see up in Northern California, they're getting some pretty good stuff around San Francisco, inland areas mostly. It's backed off a little bit in the Northwest, but they've had some hefty totals up there. 62 degrees here, 58% on the humidity, dew point temperature at 47. There's no wind, 2998. It is a rising barometer at this hour. And as we look across the country, boy, this is a real mess out here in the west. Lots of fog around. We had the warnings down here, of course, about a quarter-mile visibility up across the plains and the Great Lakes, and then down through the southeast and the Gulf states, a quarter-mile and less visibility with advisories out. Look at some of those totals that we have for you. Look at the storm total, 23 and 21/100ths of an inch in Brookville. Astoria had 17 and 99/100ths of an inch, and of course, winter storm warnings in the mountains of California and Oregon as it continues to just continues to snow and rain. Spring-like in Buffalo, come on, it's in the 60s there. Let's take a look around, shall we? Folks up there, they're having fun with it. They're painting the houses. It's sort of like spring for these folks, and they're I would be a little wary. Look at that. Yeah, temperatures in the 60s, 67 for a high yesterday in Buffalo, New York, which we usually associated with the dead of winter. Here's that system that pushed through here yesterday, rotating some moisture through Texas at this time. Here's your highs on the day today, some 80s down in Texas. Here's your forecast, mostly clear. Look for some developing fog out there. Then for tomorrow, we're going to be looking at mostly sunny with some increasing late-day clouds, 68 degrees for the high. Here's some of the temperatures that we'll have for you for tomorrow. But look at these temperature changes that are coming along here. As temperatures by Monday will drop all the way into the 50s. Watch out, especially if you're heading into the mountains for the weekend. There are going to be some major changes. There's going to be good snow up there, too. Some high winds. So just watch it. Big system moving in.
All right, we're going to be freezing.
Here we go.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Coming up next, in sports, the Cards look to take some giant steps this week toward the playoffs.
And it's back to the bargaining table for NBA players and owners with the season on the line.
Fox Thursday, an all-new special with the most dangerous and bizarre pursuits you'll ever see. Police track a 12-year-old driver at 120 miles per hour.
Oh, look out!
A high-speed run with a nude woman behind the wheel.
She's naked in the diaper.
And more all-new heart-pounding moments, scariest chases and crashes 3.
Tonight at 7 on Fox 10.
Hey, is that electric bike?
Yeah, and tomorrow we'll tell everybody where you can ride one.
Plus, Mary Chapin Carpenter talks about her new book.
On Fox 10 Arizona Morning.
Just you watch.
Next, Rosie, Sandra Bullock's got psychic connections.
It was a little spooky. Don't tell anyone that! Welcome to our craft corner! This will ward off evil spirits.
Christine Baranski made the wrong connection.
If you're a celebrity, walking out of the men's room is also a problem.
And Cheryl Crow unplugged her connection.
I heard some horrible news about you.
What?
You threw your television out the window.
Next, Rosie.
Tomorrow at 4 on Fox 10.
Blockbuster has so many 5-evening new releases. Ooh. Ooh. Sometimes it's hard to choose one. Luckily, now at Blockbuster, when you rent one 5-evening new release, you get a second one free. Ooh. Just look for the blue sticker. Now you can get both movies you want. Ooh. Rent one, get one free, and go home happy.
Dad, why don't we have a computer?
Oh, why don't we have a computer? Why don't we have a dolphin? That's an early computer, huh? Isn't it? Huh? Or this?
The pure Intel technology and exceptional value of the Celeron processor with Best Buy prices put computers well within reach.
Computers can't do this, can they?
And now get a $100 mail-in rebate on any Intel processor-based computer at Best Buy. So, what are you waiting for?
All right, then.
Fox 10 News is brought to you by the all-new 1999 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Check it out at your Jeep dealer today.
Now, the latest health breakthroughs on RX Fox.
If you are one of the 35 million people who are trying to quit smoking...
There's a new drug that could help you snuff out the habit. Researchers are studying a drug used to treat epilepsy in Canada and Europe. It's called GVG, and it's stopped the addictive effects of nicotine in animals. It blocks, apparently, the stimulation of pleasure centers you get through inhaling a cigarette. It's not on the market yet, though, and scientists say there's a lot more research that needs to be done here.
Now, Fox 10 Sports with Kevin McCabe.
Hopefully this is a sign they are ready to get serious. The NBA lockout today, the two sides, the players and owners, resumed their talks for the first time in 13 days. And guess who shows up for the session? Michael Jordan, MJ. Now, MJ was at one of the earlier bargaining sessions, one that went long into the early mornings and nearly reached a settlement. Both sides, including the NBA officials, are hoping that this might be some sort of savior to salvage the season.
How close are we to having a season canceled?
Well, we're not there yet, but we're certainly getting closer. It's getting more and more worried about that.
Yeah, we all are. Football, I don't know if it's all the Randy Johnson hype or the Coyote streak. There isn't a whole lot of hype for the Cardinals-Giants game this week, and it's huge. I mean, the last time anyone cared about the Cardinals in December was never. It's now, we have to care, because maybe it's because the Cards are banged up defensively. Ron McKinnon, they're coming off the disappointing loss to Kansas City, they're hurting, or the fact that the Giants blew them out earlier this year in the Meadowlands.
everyone's tired and they're sore. It's the last quarter of the season is what Coach Tobin is calling it, the last 4 games, and we got to focus in on what we're doing. This is a playoff atmosphere this weekend against a team that's going to want to come in here and beat us really good and get back in the playoff hunt, and we got to be ready.
Now, Sunday's game will mean a homecoming of sorts for a couple of former Cardinals. Quarterback Kent Graham, he's now the starter for the G-Men. And running back LaShawn Johnson, although Johnson will not play. You remember him with the Cardinals, a big game a couple of years ago, number 32. Yeah, breakaway speed. He broke a couple of long runs for touchdowns. He signed as a free agent in the offseason with the Giants. However, his career is now on hold after he was diagnosed with lymphoma, a form of cancer discovered during a routine chest x-ray.
Since the first day I found out, I never asked God, why me? I feel like everything happened for a reason. Just like when I tore my ACL up my rookie year, not once did I say, why me? Because I feel like everything happened for a reason, and this is just something that, that I have to overcome in life.
Well, don't forget that the NFL plays here on Fox on Sunday. We've got the Cowboys and the Saints, and we wish the best to LaShawn Johnson. Baseball, the Diamondbacks are just like my wife. They just want to keep spending money. Spend, spend, spend. That's all you ever do. All right, it's not that. Well, she's not as bad as the Diamondback. No, they appear on the verge of signing Padres outfielder Steve Finley. Finley says last night that he's on the verge of becoming an ex-Padre after seeking a long-term deal in San Diego. He would fill the void left behind when Devon White left his ball club to Los Angeles. Paul Molitor says he's going to sit out of baseball this year after 21 years in the game, although he hasn't ruled out the fact that he may return in the year 2000. And Lou Holtz set to come back to coaching. Former coach at Notre Dame, now a CBS analyst, is expected to be named the new head coach at South Carolina. John Robinson also back in coaching. He takes the UNLV job, so that's a look at your sport.
Is this kind of like the Florida Marlins, loading up on all these people?
Well, they're loading up, spending a lot of money now. They've got some great talent in the minor leagues, hoping that these guys can carry them until this young talent produces.
Your wife's on line 1.
I know, right, honey. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's Christmas season.
Right. Thanks, Kevin.
Kevin, trimming the tree.
There's nothing like it, especially if you go to great heights and use your own stuff. But this tree comes with a special tribute, and we'll have that story coming up next.
In some remote mountain areas, you'll come across sandstone, limestone, or perhaps a major milestone. Introducing the all-new, totally redesigned Jeep Grand Cherokee. With more power, more safety, and more on- and off-road capability than ever before, it's a new milestone in sport utilities. Now, lease the all-new Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $359 a month at your Jeep dealer.
It takes 2 to tango on the next Donnie and Marie with TV action hero Lorenzo Lamas. Plus, Grammy winner Peebo Bryson performs. And the wacky things wild animals eat.
Donnie, I dare you.
On the next Donnie and Marie.
Tomorrow at 3 on Fox 10.
She left her car at her brother's house and it disappeared.
Gone. It's probably smashed into a box about a cube, about that small.
What does that have to do with anything? It didn't entrust to throw him in the tree and just let him hang there. I mean, I had to give him. Then you sue the tree.
Judge Judy Justice.
Judge Judy, tonight at 6 on Fox 10.
Marty's here. Okay, let's see a fuel injector for a Ford Probe.
Multiport?
It's too easy. How about a gasket for a Yugo?
With sealer?
EGR valve for a 74 Gremlin. Ah! See you tomorrow, Marty.
Right now, ProStart 75-month batteries from $39.99. Get the power you need. ProStart batteries starting at just $39.99.
Pep Boys. Cars like us.
People love us.
How can you not love him? So cute, so cuddly, so playful. All he needs is you and...
Kibbles and Bits! We're gonna get us some Kibbles and Bits puppy! I'm gonna get me some Kibbles and Bits puppy.
Kibbles and Bits Puppy has the taste preferred over Puppy Chow. It's got crunchy kibbles, chewy bits, and the specially formulated nutrition your puppy needs.
Kibbles and Bits! Kibbles and Bits!
Should have gotten the bigger bag.
We're gonna get us some Kibbles and Bits puppy!
New tonight at 9. This is the best place in the valley to buy a wreath. We'll take you there tonight.
And many people need propane to stay warm in the wintertime, but the Fox 10 investigators find that some users feel like they're being backed into a corner. That story much more tonight at 9 o'clock.
Judge Judy is coming up next, but first tonight's Fast Look on Fox.